Good afternoon, Heidi. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm really looking forward to asking you some interesting questions around your journey. Now, we've spoken about this a few times. Given our meeting last year when we first met at Light FM, you and I connected, and I still remember how you introduced yourself and you spoke about your journey where you healed yourself from MS, which was a massive one-liner that you used, and I went, I want to talk to her. I want to understand what that journey was like, because that was a bold statement.
Yes.
And then you went on to sharing a very personal story that was very challenging for you, and you came out on the other end and you published it in one of our publications called Intrepid Women.
Yes.
Which was an absolutely amazing experience for me personally to take you through that journey, but also for all those participants that came along to the book launch and they got to hear your story. So today I was just thinking, you know, you're out there having lots of conversations with people. You're helping people not just in your local area, but on the greater scale nationally with various things that they're dealing with. And I just wanted to ask you some questions about, understanding a little bit more about what you're up to, but also how you're helping more people. Would that be okay?
Of course.
I love it. I love it. All right.
Thank you.
I think in terms of where you've been having these conversations and I've been following you, on social media and all the things that you're doing out there. What was that turning point in your journey of MS? Because that was a very challenging time in your life.
Yeah.
What was that turning point? Now, I know a little bit, I will admit, but I think I want to unpack that a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say that before I was diagnosed with MS, I had severe anxiety and depression.
Okay.
So before the MS as a health challenge, I had previously been diagnosed with different other things, and I was under a lot of medication. So years and years of that, and then all of a sudden I get diagnosed with MS. Fast forward 5 years later, I am totally incapacitated. I am not walking properly. I am not talking properly. I'm not able to eat solids for 9 months.
Wow.
And I couldn't control my bladder, and I had an optic nerve damage in my left eye. So I was a wreck.
Yeah.
And in my last attack,
Yeah.
before my turning point, I collapsed, and I was taken to hospital while I was on the IV having my steroids for 5 days.
Yeah.
I was asked the question, why did you choose MS?
Which is a very powerful question to ask someone lying on a hospital bed.
Yes.
Where I think you're emotionally challenged, you're physically going through so much, and then boom, a question of that sort, and then you're like, what do you mean? How dare you? Did you have that moment where you went, how dare you ask me a question like that?
I wanted to punch that lady's face in.
Yeah.
I wanted to scream at her.
Okay.
I wanted to cry. I wanted to say, how dare you? I just couldn't talk and I couldn't move at that time. So I took that question and I thought all of that in my head.
Yeah.
And I thought she didn't really know what she was saying, or she's, weird, she's crazy or something.
Yeah.
And then that question just occurred to me again and again and again in my head. I was playing it and I was just asking myself that. I said, if this lady is 1%, 2% right, and I had something got to do with choosing this for myself,
Right.
what would I do?
Wow. I mean, as you're telling me this, I'm going, that's a massive realization for you to have lying there, but then also as you start to recover and progress in life, that's just playing out in your mind, subconscious mind, and it's probably messing with your psyche a little bit, going, did I do something or have something deep down in my mind that was embedded that brought this upon me?
Yes, exactly.
Wow, okay. So from there, where to from there?
Yeah, so I remember sitting down on my couch where I stayed for years.
Yep.
And I was just searching on my phone, just random questions. Can people choose their own disease?
Okay.
And can people heal
Yeah.
from chronic diseases like MS and other autoimmune diseases and cancers and things like that?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I was shocked that yes, people do choose their own disease on a subconscious level. No one wakes up in the morning and saying, oh, today is the day I'm gonna get cancer or make my life miserable. No one does that. But on a subconscious level,
Okay.
we choose that because we run a mentality of something underneath that.
Right. So deep down, depending on what's going on in our life and how we are feeling emotionally, mentally, we could be feeding negative thoughts and languaging patterns that's then playing out. Is that what you're kind of implying here?
Yes.
Just so I have a better understanding around
Yes.
what you're saying. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. What also I'm saying is that when you have a specific emotion that comes to your body
Yeah.
and you don't know how to process it,
Right.
you don't even know how to call it a name
Okay.
or do something with it. So you have this emotion that sits there and it's not processed, where is it going to go?
Right.
It's going to sit there.
It's going to sit there and then it starts eating at you.
It's going to sit there and then your issues sit in your tissues.
I like that one.
I know.
Your issues sit in your tissues.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I should hashtag that.
Yeah, hashtag that, yes. Because this is what happens.
Wow.
All your issues are in your tissues, aware or unaware.
And this is massive, I think, for in today's society, when we look at things as a whole, cancer, various other diseases, are we playing this out on a subconscious level? And are we aware of what we are feeding our mind day in, day out, through the conversations we're having, through acknowledging various other negative surroundings? Because sometimes we get caught up in stuff that we don't need to really get caught up in, but for whatever reason we get dragged in, and then we kind of lose our boundaries and our value system, and as a result there could be something that plays out.
Exactly.
So then I guess my next question to you would be, healing yourself from MS, was that sort of, you said something to your mind going, okay, that's it, I've had enough of this, I'm going to heal myself? And was it like flicking a switch? I want to know, was it like a magic pill that you kind of went, I've got this sorted?
I wish it was like that. No.
Okay, so the short answer is no.
The short answer is no. It was a journey.
Okay.
It was a really long journey.
Okay.
Because when I found out that I have chosen this for myself on a subconscious level somehow, I contacted some coaches that actually helped me through that.
Okay.
So when I first found that I have chosen this for myself, I contacted someone who has helped other people uncover things like that for themselves and heal themselves from different issues, medical or unmedical. So he, non-medical. So I spoke to him and he said, look, I'll diagnose you. You've got 18 issues.
Wow.
Because I'll tell you why, I'll explain why. MS is a symptom.
Right.
The difficult relationships is a symptom. The career difficulties that you have is a symptom.
Okay.
Of an underlying factor, of a real cause.
Wow, okay. So whatever's playing out in your life, a career issue, a relationship issue, some sort of health issue, challenging conversations with loved ones, tension within family members, all of that is all building up. And those are all issues that are piling one on top of the other that is then playing out. Is that what you're saying?
Because of a specific mindset and a mentality.
Okay.
And when I said to him, look, I have MS and I've got this and I've got that, he said, that's fine. Let's treat all this as a symptom. Okay, what else is playing out in your life? Tell me about the results that you're having.
Okay.
What kind of relationships do you have? What kind of career do you have? What kind of wealth creation mindset do you have? So he was diagnosing all areas in life, and he said, you've got 18 issues that you're going to have to work on.
Wow.
Forget MS.
18 issues. All I'm hearing right now is 18 issues.
Yes.
Wow.
This is exactly what happened.
So then that is why you answered before to the question, you can't just heal MS. There is no magic pill, there is no magic process, there's no magic strategy. You need to work at it one at a time in a systematic way.
Yes.
Bringing to the surface all those issues that we're having and we're triggered by emotionally and mentally.
Yes.
And being vulnerable. Because you have to admit and kind of go, I'm going to put my hand up and say...
Exactly. I have done this to myself, and I'm ready to change it. What do I do?
That's it. What do I do? Because that's the big one. And I guess then that leads me on to my next question, asking you, so when you're out there, because you do a lot of speaking engagements,
yes, I do.
Talk to people that might not be recognizing certain behaviors playing out and patterns that are playing out in their lives. So you kind of go out there, do a talk, and then they go, oh, I feel a little bit challenged.
Yes.
Oh, she hit a nerve. Because you probably do hit a few nerves.
I do.
With when you're telling your story and people are going, I'm not so sure right now.
Yes.
That could happen in the marketplace, right?
It happens every day.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
But what I am kind of hearing from you is when they hear that, it's then really saying to them, are you looking for change? Are you going to put your hand up and say, I'm challenged in A, B, and C, but I want to change. I want to do whatever I have to do to never experience this situation, and I want to transform my life. And that's where that conversation begins, from you talking about your journey and the change to where you are right here, right now, serving a massive community of people with the work you're doing, whether that is MS, whether that is cancer, and all other aspects that are playing out in their life. It is really starting with, hello, I need help.
I need help.
And I'm okay to be vulnerable, to peel the layers. I kind of think of the onion.
Yes, it is exactly like that. Yes.
Because no matter how good at you get at, I guess, working on the onion, you still end up crying a little bit, right?
You have to cry.
So I just think it's like yourself, without comparing, it's almost like I have to peel the layers and I will get emotional and I will feel like, oh, I really think I'll park that or sweep that under the doormat. But the truth is, if you want to transform your life and you want to encounter all that is potential, your full potential, you gotta have to peel the layers.
You have to do that. And you need to be very comfortable with the idea that you're not comfortable.
Yes.
And to sit with the negative emotions.
Yeah.
I don't like that word because emotions are emotions. Emotions are beautiful. Joy is exactly as beautiful as sadness.
Yeah.
And if I need to feel sad, if I want to be a wholesome person, I need to be okay with feeling sad. I need to be able to experience anger and know how to process it.
Absolutely.
And it's so important that we embrace all emotions and love them as equal. And I choose the ones that I want to indulge in.
Okay. Yeah.
I choose the ones that I don't want to indulge in.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Absolutely.
And that's all good.
Yeah.
So it's important that we are comfortable with the idea that we're going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And challenged. And knowing that and choosing that.
I love that. Knowing that and choosing that, because that's important. That's your decision-making process of going, I'm ready to change.
Yeah.
So then, Heidi, just trying to understand, so, obviously this has been a journey, your self-healing journey with various strategies that you have learned, tweaked and perfected to deliver what you deliver right here, right now.
Yes.
And it's obviously a matter of months and years of transformational work that one must do, because you clearly said there is no magic pill. So this is not a 2-3 phone calls or 2-3 in-person sessions and you're transformed. This is a journey that somebody goes on with you over time, 6 months, 12 months, to really tap into all those issues that they're encountering.
Yeah.
And as you said, you had 18. Some people might have 10. Some people might have 20. Whatever
know.
that number is,
Yeah.
it's diving deep into every single one of those
Yes.
issues and fixing the tissues.
Yes.
See what I did there? I remember. Really doing that, isn't it? So it's a journey. You're with them for quite a long period of time where you're taking them on this journey. Now, I am going to ask the difficult question because you know me a little bit and I get straight into the difficult question.
Go ahead, Sam.
Is this going to be a ridiculously expensive process where I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to pay you $50,000 or something like that to go on this transformational? I've just pulled that number out of my head, but I'm just asking you the difficult question because depending on where people are at, and where they're spending their money, because people spend money around their priorities, right? If family is a big priority, we're going to keep spending money there. If holidays are a priority, money is going to go there. So I think when it comes to spending money for your health and well-being and really prioritizing that that's something that's important to transform, are they going, oh my goodness, I've got to come up with $50,000 to transform myself? How much is this going to cost? I mean, I don't know whether you get asked these questions, but I just thought I'll ask you this question.
Yes, I do get asked this question all the time.
Yeah.
I get so many inquiries.
Okay.
And a lot of people are having a lot of challenges and they want to transform their lives.
Yeah.
I guess that the straight answer is that there is no one size fits all.
Okay.
And every challenge and every problem is separate and different from each other.
Yeah.
So, for example, I had a lady come to me a few months ago. She had a problem sleeping.
Okay.
Now, that's a problem that we worked on for 3 months and then, uncovered the issues that actually underlying why is she not able to sleep and relax and have that kind of letting go.
Yeah.
And it was a few things that we needed to work on, and it took her 3 months, and then she's fine and she's good.
Yeah.
Some other person might have a really serious health issue. For example, my MS clients or my cancer clients, that's a long process. That's going to take at least 12 months to get over.
Yeah.
Because we do get over it. So I could say that it's not a $500 investment, and it's not a $50,000
Perfect.
investment.
So we've got a ratio. We've got that sorted.
Yes.
And look, I always say, I personally can put my hand up and say, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars personally for me to get over the stuff that's been playing out in my life. When I stepped into my own journey about 7 years ago, I had enough stories going on in my head that I was playing small. Then I had my ego show up and all these different things. So I understand that if you want to truly transform, you need to work with a professional like yourself, who's going to take you on a journey, but support you through that with strategies, with techniques, and then be there when you kind of go, I feel like I'm slipping. I need to hold on to someone. That's where working with somebody like you goes, no, I've got your hand. I'm not gonna let you revert back into those tricky behavioral habits that you've had. And that is something that somebody needs to go, I'm going to invest whatever that amount is. To go on that journey with you.
Yes, exactly. Sam, I will never go one day in my life without a coach.
Yeah,
I will never do that because why would I?
When you can work with somebody that's guiding you through that process.
Exactly. And then coaches change. So my coach 3 years ago when I was sick is not the same coach I have now. So I change my coaches every, a year and a half or 2 years because this is what I need now.
Yeah, to help you step into that.
Exactly. That further step from A to B, whatever it is. Could you have done it alone?
Absolutely not. No. And as you said, different coaches. Yeah, in my years of business and in all the work that I've done, I have had a life coach, then so many different coaches.
Exactly.
To take me, I always say, that coach leads you through this season and time of your life. And then from there you grow and evolve. And then from there you move on to the next. And we are on that journey walking through life.
Exactly.
And it is great to have somebody to walk that journey with you that knows that road really well.
That knows the road,
Yes, and can foresee those little speed humps and bumps and rocks that are going to come up on that journey. I'm visual, so I'm just seeing what that is. But that's where you're going, I'm holding your hand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guide you through that. So
yes.
I love it. Heidi, amazing work that you do.
Thank you.
So where to from here? I guess if someone's out there listening to this and they're going, I feel like I'm triggered a little bit. I want to put my hand up, but I'm scared because maybe there's too many layers going to come out. Do they just reach out and email you, jump on your social media and connect with you? Is that how it works?
Yeah, a lot of people are just contacting me through Facebook or any kind of social media. A lot of people get referrals from other people. So
Okay.
I find people calling me sometimes and tell me, I've got your number from whoever, and I've got this challenge and can you help me with that? So this is how people are reaching out. I usually have a conversation to see if we're a fit.
Okay. There's a
Because
pre-qualifying.
we need to be a fit.
Yeah.
We need to be very comfortable with the idea that I'm going to take these layers off and you have to do the work with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do the weightlifting.
No, they've got to do it.
They've got to do
You've
it.
got to do the work.
And they need to be comfortable with that.
Yeah. And I suppose being very transparent to you about talking about all the ugly stuff that they don't want to talk about. There's got to be, so that connection needs to be there. And that's where I guess your pre-qualifying process, that conversation comes into place. So.
Yes, of course. That's very important.
I love that. Heidi, honestly, thank you so much for your time today. I am so grateful I got to have this conversation with you.
Thank you so much.
To unpack this deeper, and I look forward to all those amazing speaking engagements that you're out there they're doing to have those conversations and to really hearing more about these amazing individuals that you get to meet on a daily, weekly basis as a result of the work you do. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely. Thank you so much.